so mean.
Allegedly.
See, there you go. Look at that. Look how much happier Chasing is this time. Wow. Well, I mean, not that she wasn't happy the last time, but there's a lot of stuff going on. There's always going to be something going on in the background.
Mom life, man. Mom life.
Yeah.
It'll get you every time.
So today we're going to be talking about Brendan Santo.
Yes. He has been missing too long. Today is November 17th. 18-year-old Brendan Santo has been missing since October 29th, shortly before midnight. He was headed towards the Brody neighborhood on the Michigan State University campus in East Lansing, Michigan. And he has vanished. People have been searching everywhere for this kid. And he's not from there. He was visiting his friend on campus that day. So he was there for the big game. They were going to be tailgating super early the next morning. He leaves one area, going to another area.
And yeah, it's all pretty close to each other too.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just switch over to the other screen?
Yeah.
Here. And so he was over. Well, here's what I don't know exactly where he parked his car because they haven't really said that, but I think it was here in this Brody complex. And then I think maybe he was staying here in Emmons Hall with a friend, I think, because apparently he had a set of keys of that guy's car that lives in Emmons Hall in his back pocket, which I don't really, that part doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Right, yeah, the things they're looking for, his chain with a cross, those car keys, and his baseball hat would be an identifier, the hat that he has on there, and his iPhone.
Yes. So apparently he was over here at Yakeley Hall, and then just before midnight was seen, or he was seen in this area apparently, but then the last cell phone location pinged here on Beale Street. Now, whether it was over here or over here, I don't know, but I kind of suspect it was over in this direction, because right here you can kind of walk. Like if somebody gave you directions to cut across, Brody, you could get lost easily. I mean, you can just see. So let me just put we'll just go down the street view here.
And the campus looks confusing as heck
to me. So right here you'd have to go, so right before the stop sign, take a right on that path right here, see? And that might be kind of confusing at some point. It's hard to know. So maybe you can read that one. What was the last text message that?
Sure.
Or that one?
So, a man named Keith posted in the group that's looking to find him. He says, "I was told there were tons of kids in the area when he was last seen. Nobody saw anything. They need to speak with everyone in that area that evening. My daughter and her friends believe they were the last to see him. Not one person has spoken to my daughter or any of her friends. Sometimes it may not seem like anything they have to say will help, but for Brendan's sake, the authorities should at least have a conversation. It's always the things that don't seem like a big deal solve everything." So that place that he was in was a female dorm, correct?
I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
So this part over here, this is a female dorm, Yakeley Hall?
Yakeley. That's my understanding, that it's a female dorm, and the girls, I have another little text here.
So he was visiting like a girl that was a friend over there then, obviously.
Well, I do have this one that says a lady named Jacqueline, or a college student. "We have close ties. His phone died once he left. It has been confirmed that he did indeed leave, but nobody physically saw him leave the building, just the dorm room. At that point, he texted the girl he had just seen that he was lost. And when she went to text him back, it was undeliverable. Authorities confirmed it died," meaning the phone, The phone is still
Mm.
not located. My gut says he went to get to Brody ASAP to get sleep before the big game the next day. Tailgating starts so early. So she's thinking this girl's thinking he probably was trying to get a ride over to Brody and you know something may have happened to him.
I wonder if it would be great to know exactly how long after he left that he said he was lost. It wasn't right then. It had to have
Right.
been. Everyone's always so loose with that kind of stuff, and that's where people get confused. I mean, if it was 10 minutes later, well, then you can kind of figure out like how far could he have gone. They probably have that information when the text was sent, but they don't have any information on when he actually left because all of the security cameras weren't working.
Weren't working.
Cue
right?
up the Kanika Jenkins crowd for those couple of cameras that weren't working.
Aren't there 1,000 security cameras on that campus?
Yeah, well, they bought
And the
like.
ones in question weren't working. That's bizarro world. Come on.
Well, they said a whole bunch aren't working, so they actually went and bought like 300 more or some ridiculous number after the fact. Hey, everybody, we're all safe now, and
Yeah.
it's all great. Yeah,
Do we know if he was intoxicated? Have you read that anywhere?
I haven't read that, but I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't that sort of? I mean, who isn't really on a Civil War weekend? On a Friday. Well, it was Friday morning, right? He got there Thursday, and this is Friday. Yeah, no, it's Friday night. That's right. Friday
Midnight,
night at
yeah.
like almost midnight on Friday, and it kind of bleeds into Saturday morning. So this is the night before the football game.
Right. Right. The night before.
Yeah.
And he went to visit his friend. He's not from there. He has somebody else's keys in his back pocket for whatever reason, because they haven't mentioned any car being missing, just those keys. And he goes to walk from one Yakeley Hall to Brody,
Hmm.
and he just vanishes. And they have done, well, volunteers. They've been out there every day searching.
Yeah.
And they've covered so much of this place. And there's not even a trace of him.
So it does seem like they on that one map that they did go over to this spot.
Yeah.
Because that's one that I circled. I mean, if he went into the water, that's one of the things they're thinking, because there's a lot of the creek winds around, or this river, I guess they call it, winds around Red Cedar River, and you go over it twice, coming from Yakeley Hall over to Brody. If you took the path that probably was given to him, that he got lost. And then it goes over here, and this is a good place to look because you've got these switchbacks in the water. And then I think though if the water was running quick enough, he may if his body was in there, would have gone out there and then easily through the straightaway here. And then I would check this area.
And where does that empty out into?
It just goes on, goes into a where was it?
Oh, okay.
Like it's pretty huge. Keeps going. But this area,
that was one of the things they warned them about. If you're out searching, stay away from the river because it's dangerous.
yeah, well, this area right here is where if he did go in the water and he made it through the other spot, has very little chance of getting through here to this place, right? I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That would be a miracle for a body to be floating and not get snagged in there. Okay, so that's just that. Those are just places I circled, and then it gets straight again and easy to get through. But right around in here, it's not. So, yeah. So this is Yakeley Hall's right here.
How deep is that river, Gray? Do we know?
Well, some of the images that you see when you you can actually go to Street View here. It looks shallow on certain times.
Because I'm wondering if he fell in,
yeah, right there.
would he be able to hop back out?
Yeah, I
Is
mean
there
it's
any
really
way
a
to grab
shallow.
onto something and jump out of there?
I think it depends on what time of year. Well, here's
You
the thing.
also have guardrails here.
Yeah, you can see the bottom. I think I don't know if that's just mud, but it's really.
Well, that's all guardrailed, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of low, right? I mean, it doesn't look.
Waist,
Yeah,
about
so,
your waist at least.
yeah. So if somebody shoved you, you would easily just.
If he got shoved, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So this is September. So this time of year would have rained and been a lot higher and probably moving quicker. And so,
Grand River.
but that's what it looks like. And this is on the way over to Brody Hall. I mean, it's right there. See, so that was
There you
right
go.
there.
Brody's right there. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe that's where they were trying to get him to go. From here, like you would have just walked like this onto this path, and you could easily get lost because you don't live there. So you're okay now, and then you get on there and you keep going, and by the time you're halfway there, you don't know what the hell's going on. I mean,
you're turned around. It's just all trees and a road, and you're lost.
Yeah. So this is where he would have,
especially at midnight.
and this is where he would have been told to be.
Yeah.
walking.
Can you make the walk through? Can you get to Brody or?
Yeah. Kind of slow here for some reason, but
That's all right. I just want to see what it looks like. I can only imagine what the hell it looks like at night. That guy's watching you, Gray. You see him?
I did.
He stopped like, what the hell are you doing here, Gray Hughes?
Yeah, I actually, it's funny. Some people go, "Wait, go back. Look at that. I think that might."
Look at
it's
that guy.
Wait, this is, but this street view is from 3 years ago. Thanks.
It was very suspicious, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
this one right here is super suspicious.
Oh, they didn't even blur his face out.
Oh my God, what are we going to do?
Yep. So this goes over the river up here.
So it's like a little river walk, but it looks, well, I don't know what it looks like. Once we get up there, we'll see if it's protected, right?
Yeah, this is a little bit slower because it's somebody walking. I think this
That's
isn't
all
this
right.
isn't a driving. Somebody's got that backpack with the camera
It's
on it.
pretty dark. Gosh.
Yeah, so this would have been really dark, nighttime too. So there's a lot
Yeah,
of stuff
'cause
that
this is
wasn't.
daytime.
Yeah, it's not safe really to be walking around in the winter time.
Yeah, taboo. He could have tried a shortcut, right? I mean,
Well, this is the shortcut.
yeah, because he didn't know where he was going, so he had
Yeah.
to have asked somebody for directions.
Yeah.
He's,
So,
oh, go up there and go over there.
so right now we're right. Let me just go up in the air.
But I would also think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
the
That just goes right
campus
across.
was busy, right? Because there's so many people.
Yeah, you think it'd be pretty busy on at
The game
midnight on Friday, but most people are at a party, not walking around. Really, I would think.
True.
Yeah. So here's as you come out of those woods, you walk right across the street, and that's the Brody complex. I'm not really sure how they refer to it as Brody, but it seems like that's kind of like the.
Is that on their campus?
Yeah, I think this is. See, these are different halls,
Yeah.
and I think those are. Is that?
Yeah.
Are those
okay.
dorm rooms?
I
Maybe?
see it.
I don't
Brody
know.
Hall. There it is.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go through this thing. Had some interesting stuff in it.
Yeah.
It says the last confirmed place Brendan was seen was leaving Yakeley Hall by himself. We have had tips from people who thought they'd seen him after, but they have not been confirmed. The last confirmed location, this is written by the family on their Facebook page. The last confirmed location of Brendan's phone was on Beale Street, not far from Yakeley. And that's why I wonder if it was south or north on Beale. Police were able to confirm his battery drained to 0%. I wonder how they can figure that out. It was not deliberately shut off, is what they're saying.
Well, iPhones, you can tell. I can tell how much battery my daughter has.
Oh, you can actually see that? Oh.
Yeah.
Please continue.
I used to be able to, but I don't have an iPhone anymore, so
Yeah.
now I can't. But
Brandon drove his vehicle. So this is the part that's confusing. I don't know if they're writing it wrong. So Brendan drove his vehicle to MSU, parked it, and it never moved. So he probably parked it near the Brody Hall here, I would think. And let's see, where was it? It never moved. Brendan was carrying his key. What was not carrying his car keys to his vehicle, and his parents were able to take his vehicle home because apparently he left the keys in the dorm that he was staying at with friends.
okay.
So yeah, I mean it's just weird. Like he leaves those keys there, and then we go to the next one that just like, what does this even mean? Brendan was carrying keys to his friend's vehicle. Though he was carrying his friend's vehicle, they are in his back pocket. The picture,
Maybe they were going to go somewhere together and they
yeah.
missed each
Well,
other.
let me go through this because then the picture on the page is the spare set. So the one that we're looking at in that picture is the spare set of his friend's keys, and then people are still asked to look for those. Okay, the friend's vehicle was parked at Emmons Hall Friday and had not moved. So that's the Emmons Hall. So let's go back to that. This is Emmons Hall. So his car is parked there and it hasn't moved because Brendan has that guy's keys in his pocket, right? I mean, but then
Right.
it's weird because then apparently there's a spare set of keys, right? That's what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
But then it says the friend's vehicle was parked at Emmons Hall Friday and had not moved until it was towed to a dealership for new keys on Sunday. Well, why the hell would you need new keys on Sunday if you have a spare set of keys?
Right, if that's the spare, so you have the original. So what the hell is going
Yeah,
on?
so did they make the spare set of keys and they look exactly like the originals and that's why they're showing us them? But when you look at the picture that you those don't look like day old keys. I mean, it's kind of
Right.
marked up a little bit and yeah,
That's odd.
so I don't know. And then you look at it and it says the boys checked the vehicle. So they kept going back to the vehicle throughout the night because they knew Brendan had his keys. So they kept going out throughout the night, assuming Brendan went to sleep in the vehicle. When it became clear he had not returned, they contacted MSU campus police. Brendan's bank card was reviewed and has not been seen since the evening of October 29th. No Uber or Lyft activity. Brendan was not depressed. You can just kind of tell he doesn't look like, I mean, he looks like a happy, I mean, not that everybody can tell, but he doesn't look, well, I'm just saying, just based on what everybody's saying, the pictures and stuff, he just seems like he's a normal, happy kid. So he was not depressed, unhappy with home or school life. He is very close with his parents. Brendan has several friends at MSU, most of who are friends he had for a long time. Let's see. It has been confirmed that the cameras around the area Brendan went missing were not operational.
Ugh.
Yeah. So the thing, one of the nefarious ways I was looking at the keys last night was that if you were trying to convince people that you couldn't possibly have been using your car or driving your car, you would say, "Oh my God, the keys to the car, I couldn't have used it, are in the pocket of Brendan." Because I mean, explain to me for a second, if Brendan's staying over here, why would he put keys in his pocket and they don't have the car over here? I mean, I could see if he was saying like, "Hey, I don't want to drink and drive. Can you carry my keys for me?" But instead,
So were they at Emmons Hall? Is that where the car was parked?
yeah, the car was parked, never left. But Brendan's over
There.
here with the key in his back pocket.
Over there.
Yeah, and then he walks back and he disappears and the key's gone. But why did he have
Makes no sense.
those keys in his pocket?
Yeah, why? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then you ask yourself, well, the whole thing is a little bit weird because they said, "Oh, well, we got a spare set of keys," yet the car was towed to make a whole new set of keys. So were the spare set of keys the new ones made? Yeah.
I mean, I could see, if Brendan had the spare set, then that means there's an original set. We don't know if the original set is lost.
It sounds like he has the original though.
Right. So
Brendan.
he's got a set. Brandon has a set, or Brendan has a set.
And this is just something that was written on their Facebook page by apparently one of the family members. The friend's vehicle is parked at Emmons Hall, right? That's in the Brody complex.
Yeah.
And had not moved until it was towed to the dealership for new keys on Sunday. The boys, but up here it says Brendan was carrying keys to his friend's vehicle. They are in his back pocket. So the friend must have seen him. They're claiming he put it into his back pocket. The picture.
So he was the only one with the keys. So he had lost his original set. Brendan had the spare set, and they had to tow it to get new keys.
Well, no, because right here it says the picture on the page is the spare set. They haven't found Brendan. The original keys are in his back pocket. See, Brendan was carrying keys to his friend's vehicle. They are in his back pocket. The picture on the page is the spare set.
Right.
So that means those are in, if they were the ones Brandon had, we'd know where Brandon was, right? Because they were in his back pocket. So the spare keys are.
Oh, wait. Okay.
So that's
Now
why. Yeah, that's why it's kind of weird, right? It's just weird shit.
yeah, that's weird.
Because now we've got a picture of they have a picture of a spare set of keys.
Yeah.
And then now I'm going, okay, cool. They had a spare set of keys, so they can drive it. But then the next sentence, the friend's vehicle was parked at Emmons Hall Friday, and not moved until it was towed to the dealership for new keys on Sunday. Well, why the hell would you need new keys? I mean,
Right.
I don't know if this is somebody.
Unless they just randomly had a picture of the keys from somewhere one day for some reason. They
Yeah.
didn't just take the picture of the keys to show what Brandon might have. Maybe they had a picture of the keys or
Mhm.
something.
See, that's what I think that they made another set of keys, and they look exactly like the ones that were in Brandon's pocket, and they want us to see what those would look like if you happen to see them. Except when you look at the picture, the keys here look. I mean, maybe those are new. It's hard to tell. I mean, I guess in a couple days in your pocket.
Okay. I found it. Hold on. Updated information. Brendan did not have his car keys. He did have a friend of his car
Right.
keys
That's what he
in the
said.
zipper back pocket. Below is a picture of the extra set. The one we are looking for was on a single key ring with a key fob, the car key, and a blank key. We are not sure if they are still in his pocket or if they fell out. So that looks exactly like the picture that they showed, but it says it's on a single ring with a key fob, the car key, and a blank key.
That's the one that's in his. That's kind of what you see on the image there.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
looks
so
exactly
that's-
like what they're describing.
So I guess it's not really, it's a update, but not really, because that's exactly what we were just saying. Is that he didn't have his own keys, and the car was sitting there, and then, but for some reason he has his friend's key in his back pocket that they didn't use. The car that they didn't use. Like, why wouldn't the hell? Man, see, I hate when there's little things like that are just kind of.
They're very nitpicky little things, but in cases like this, you don't know why did they include that.
Right. I need to know.
Maybe because
Yeah.
it would give a clue. If somebody picks up these car keys, they can say, I found them right here, and that'll give you an idea of where he may have been. But
Right. I mean, I need to know exactly why he had those keys in his pocket.
yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense no matter how you look at it. They're over here. I'm assuming then at Emmons Hall is where he was staying with his friend. That's what I'm assuming now because that kind of makes sense. And he has the car keys to a friend that lives at Emmons Hall in his back pocket. The car is still there when Brendan is over here at Yakeley Hall visiting some females over here. Then he leaves before midnight, probably to go home to rest up for the big game tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's given directions, and he never makes it back over to right here. But that car was still there. So explain to me why I mean, I know I'm kind of keep going on it, but I need to know why that he needed to have the key in his pocket when he had his own
I don't know,
car
but it
there.
does say the police searched the vehicle. So they have processed the vehicle, which is good.
Yeah.
So if that was any kind of, if it was involved in any way, it doesn't seem so. Maybe the other kid was drinking and he handed him his keys, like you said, which is possible. Maybe
Yeah.
he didn't want to be tempted to drink and drive or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things that could have happened. But I know there is a lot of violence and stuff that happens around Civil War games in communities like that. Lots of fights, lots of, if you had a couple drinks and you respond back to somebody in the wrong way,
Yeah.
boom, stuff happens. I mean, it's, somebody could have just went, F you, and shoved them off the bridge and kept on walking. There's no video of it. Nobody would ever know. And he goes into the water. It's cold. In shock. And then,
Yeah, we covered a couple of people were asking like the Smiley killers cases and the drunk men and young men
Yeah.
in water and all of that. We covered the missing men of Boston.
Yeah,
Gray and I did.
that was fun.
That was a very interesting one.
That was the
uh,
first collab or
I
whatever we
was
did.
about to say that. That's the first one we ever did together. He sent me on a mission downtown,
Yeah.
and I'd never done anything like that before. I was standing there talking to my phone and looking at the Boston Harbor, and I was thinking, there's like a serial killer out here.
Yeah.
There is a serial killer. It's happening, and Gray is the more sensible of the two of us, and he's walking me all around, and we're measuring water, and we're looking underneath,
Yeah.
and it's totally possible.
Yeah, especially in a
Fell in the
blizzard.
water.
Especially in a blizzard. Remember that's what, like
Yeah.
you're standing there, and if you just walk forward, you're in the water. It's like
You're in the water, yeah. Because in Boston, it's oh my God, there's the hugest bug in here. What the hell even are you?
I should go back and we should play that
Oh.
sometime on a flashback.
Yeah, that was
day.
really good.
Yeah, it would be kind of
Sorry.
funny to watch too. Like we should do a show, an episode where it's just we're watching that again, just as
Yeah.
sort of a fun, I
Yeah,
haven't
we
seen
should
it.
watch that.
I haven't even watched it since then, so it'd be kind of interesting.
Definitely, yeah. They're only chains. They're like these thick rope chains that protect you from falling right into the harbor.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is all around the harbor are bars. Like you're getting shit faced if you're down there. So, and then they just have these little ropes, and you could just fall right over, and that's it. So,
Yeah.
a
Maybe-
well-known case in Boston drowning. Yeah, it's an easy place to go drown, downtown Boston.
They just had a case on Netflix on that new show, something. I can't remember. It had like 3 cases. One of them was in Oregon, and it was the smiley face killer. They convicted the wrong people
Mm.
for years, and then this guy wrote this letter with smiley faces on it, and then it turns out he was like a serial killer and killed many people. But I didn't even know that. Right in the gorge. I was just out there playing golf.
Be
But anyways,
careful. You'll be a victim out there, Gray.
yeah. So I think I mean, there's a lot of chances he could have fallen into the water here.
Definitely.
Different areas, and if he did, this would have been in the first place that I would search. Then, as there's a long straightaway here, and I would imagine, as the water rises, the water's quicker. And then right in here, there's another little bridge that doesn't have a street view on it, and it gets really sharp angles. So that would be a spot he could get caught up in. And then right there, though, like I said earlier, I mean, getting out of that, a body being able to flow through that would be very difficult.
Well, there's a reason that the police are saying to the searchers, don't go near the water or the river's edge because it's dangerous. So it can't be, there's got to be a reason that they're saying that. Maybe they've had instances before where people have fallen in and it's difficult to get out of there. Because they're telling the searchers, you can search all of this, but don't go near here. So hopefully there's divers in the water there, but I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, so
I'm looking.
This is where they've searched right here, or is that other map more recent?
That's part of it, but the other map is more updated. You see where the bright red is around 4, 5, 6 there?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they told them not to go. They can't go in the red part, but they can go anywhere the little X's are.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay, so let's see. Red Cedar River complicating the search for Brendan Santo. Police said searching a river as large as the Red Cedar takes time and teamwork. So they definitely are searching it. It says the search for Brendan Santo truly has become a group effort between local, state, and federal agencies. Among them, dive teams are playing an incredibly important role in the search. The Red Cedar River is now the focus of the investigation into his disappearance because of how close it is to where the 18-year-old was last seen. The Lansing dive team said the lack of detail surrounding Santos' last known whereabouts makes this search very challenging. Without knowing exactly where he went in, it's hard to pinpoint an area to search. With such a big area, it's very difficult to narrow this down. So they are searching, and it says 100 feet of searching takes 6 divers. Weather and water conditions can make it very dangerous. The red cedar moves at about 5 to 6 miles an hour and is anywhere between 8 to 12 feet deep.
It's
The
actually pretty
red
quick.
cedar and the Grand River have pretty low visibility. On a good day, you might have 2 to 3 feet of visibility, but on a bad day, you will have none. You have to use your hands. It's called braille diving, feeling around for what you are trying to find. It's very, very challenging. Oh, gosh. So they are focused exactly on that river, like Gray is saying. And that is the focus.
Yeah.
That's really, I mean, he's been gone now since October 29th.
I can't even make out where on here is like Brody Hall and stuff like that on this other map. It doesn't
Hold
look
on.
much like the
But
other
you
one.
can't, you're moving it too much.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Go
I
on.
was just looking at lot 39.
Gray, you're killing me. Hold on, I'll go look. I'll go look in my file. Wait a minute. I'll tell you where it is.
I mean, I could look up a street name.
It's that orange one, right? Okay. So Brody Hall is going to be all the way up to your left, up top.
Oh, right there. So they've been
There's
looking over to
Brody.
the right.
They've looked everywhere, this whole thing. It's insane. They found a backpack. Do you see way over there?
Yeah, a bunch
A
of
backpack.
backpacks.
I don't know
There's
why
one down
they're
here too. Backpack.
marking these off.
They're just saying where they found various things. There's
Found
backpack,
stuff, yeah. Disturbed ground.
knife under a tree,
Yeah.
wallet, somebody up here.
Possible camera. Couldn't get into this fenced off area. They did find, which was really weird, there's a video in the group of they came upon a tent, like somebody was camping out in the middle of there on the property. And it was like, it was really weird looking. A tent with a stick holding it up, and then like empty cans and junk around. Like, what the hell? What is going on out there? Maybe homeless people are staying in the, I don't know.
So it sounds like they really checked the campus out, but if you were really thinking he's in the river flows west. So I would be like this picture here, it's really over in this direction, way over here that they should be looking, because Brody Hall, and it's right there, and so there's that river where it dips down. So let's see where that is. Brody Hall.
Yeah, that says too right there, Debris and River, and then homeless camp is starred right under there. So, and that's right near Brody.
Yeah, so there's there's that little switchback right there. Which is right here. Well, let's see. So I think they're looking at that, and then it dips down. Yeah, so they've got this part on that map, but right down in here is what I would think. It's just weird. It's weird that he hasn't like popped up. If he did get injured, like wouldn't somebody, or he fell in the water even.
You would hope so.
You'd think with all these people surrounding the water and on the lookout that he would have.
There are so many. Hundreds of people are out there.
Yeah.
And nothing. Not one thing.
But I definitely.
Which is, it's crazy.
Yeah.
These cases are the craziest because they're vanished and then they're not there. So you feel helpless. What do you do? And there's all these people searching and there's nothing.
God, and it's just such a. Isn't it amazing that how important cell phones are? Like his cell phone dies right when he was lost, and then he's vanished forever. I mean, at least for now. I mean, he's just gone.
Yeah, our daughter is not allowed to leave the house without 60% battery or more. She can't leave.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to. You can't leave the house.
Because
we can't ping her. We won't know where she is if it dies. So no. case a few. There's so many like this. These young guys, and then, what was that one? Lawson, Brendan
Yeah,
Lawson,
yeah,
Brandon.
yeah,
Oh my God, that is just the most baffling case that ever was.
yeah. That
That case
audio.
makes me berserk.
Some people say that you don't even have the full audio. It's just edited 911, but I don't know.
And then there's the other kid, the one who was leaving the bar.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either, but also bizarre. He's seen going into the bar. He never leaves, and he's completely vanished. One of the ones you and I covered, they're waiting right on the street. He talks to his girlfriend. She says, "Where are you?" He says, "I'm right here. I'm right in front of the stadium." What the hell's the name of the fucking stadium? I've been out of Boston too long. But he's directly in front of it. And she turns the corner, and he's vanished. He's not there. There's nobody there.
Oh, wasn't that the missing man in Boston? Yeah.
The missing guy in Boston.
Yeah.
Completely vanished. And she's on the corner, turning the corner. And his phone died too. And then that was it.
Didn't
Never
they find
seen
it
again.
Oh yeah, that was a different one.
That was a different one. Remember, they found his phone right near where the water was, crushed. The other guy.
Yeah.
Just so. Ugh. Yeah, no, not Fenway. Where they have indoor, not Fenway.
Boston Garden.
The Garden, yeah, the
Yeah.
Garden, the Garden, yeah, not the Garden.
I like
Yeah,
Garden.
he was
Garden's
directly
better
in front of the
'cause
Garden,
that's how everybody
underneath
says
the
it.
bridge,
Yeah.
right there.
The
Here he
Boston
was.
Garden.
Boston Garden. For Christ's sake, you can't disappear there. There's a pizza shop. There's lights everywhere. Vanished, never to be seen again.
Yeah. So, but the part that seems weird to me, though, that is the whole key situation here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a better
it's
explanation
off.
for that. That just doesn't make any. Why would he have that guy's key in his pocket? Was it? See, for me, that's an easy way to say. Well, then of course we couldn't be using my car. We weren't driving around because he had the key in his back pocket. Look, we even had to get it towed and get a new set of keys made. See, that's what's weird to me, because why in the hell did he have his keys in his pocket at all when
Well,
he was
let's
going
think
somewhere
about
else?
this scenario. Maybe he was going over to Yakeley to see a girl because he was texting a girl.
Yeah.
So maybe his friend had his dorm key or his house key on the key ring, because there is a key on there and the key fob to the car. So maybe he said, "Well, just catch up with me, take my keys."
Do they have keys in dorms now, or don't they have those little cards that you? I guess we'd have to know that
What
answer.
do they have?
I guess that's what we'd have to know. But yeah, that would make total sense But they didn't mention that there was a key. Remember, they just said it was. What did they say? There was an individual key.
They did say
They
key,
did say
yeah.
that. They did say that.
Yeah.
Was
so
it a
that's why I'm
set-
thinking maybe.
Was it a separate key from the key on? So there was a key for the car on with the fob, and then another key, right? So two keys and
Yeah. It says the one we are looking for was on a single ring with a key fob, the car key, and a blank key. What does blank key mean?
Yeah. What does blank mean?
I don't even know. So you got the car key, in case your fob dies. Then you have the car fob, and then a blank key. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we don't know, Plato. I'm sure there's dorm rooms that don't have keys.
Yeah, probably. I mean, well,
Yeah.
all their friggin' cameras didn't work either, so
I mean, go call
we
them up
might
and
still
ask.
be using them.
How about this? Right now, somebody call the dorm, get on the phone and call Emmett Hall and say, "Do you guys use?"
I know. I really
Card-
want to know now.
Yeah,
I want to call
so
them.
Hurry up, somebody! Come on,
Let's get on this damn case. This is aggravating.
Plato, get on the phone and call. You got it.
What happened to this kid?
Be like Socrates and get on that damn phone.
And then every day it's like, nope, sorry, no new information. Please keep sharing, keep sending.
Well, he said it was a blank key,
Blank. That's exactly
Right.
the words. Blank key.
so that doesn't sound. Oh, blank meaning maybe there's just nothing on it, but it's a key. Or a blank means that it's just there's no grooves or anything. It's just that's
Yeah,
the
like
technical.
an uncut key? What the hell are you doing with that anyway?
to make
Doesn't
it
even
look
make
like
sense.
this whole thing.
Where is this kid?
Yeah, this
Where is he?
the key part doesn't make much sense to me.
No, it doesn't.
And
And now there's another
Oh, yeah.
case too, Gray. That ugh, it's a little 11-year-old girl. She left her house yesterday at 11:30 to walk to the park. Vanished.
Wow.
Vanished. She's gone.
What's that one?
I just posted it on my community tab. I'll show it to you. Just she's vanished. What? Where'd she go? Her name is Lily Inglesby. Last seen wearing a red button-up fleece, blue jeans, black glasses, and orange backpack. Walking from her home on the 10,700 block of Newcomb Way, going to Countryside Park yesterday. She's 11, 5'2", and it's Westminster, Colorado. She just told her mom, I'm going to go to the park. Her mom's like, okay. She's supposed to be checking in.
It's right here on
She
the
never checked in, and now she's disappeared. Her mother called the police by 5:30, and she's just gone. It's so frustrating.
No, it's
Where-
Emmons Hall. It's on the screen right here. See? EMMONS right there.
Yeah, Emmons Hall.
And even right there, it has it on the building. And it's at the Michigan State University. Key for a car comes uncut. Huh? Well, that's not what he did. They took it to a dealership to have the key made. Why would they give him back a... And that's not the scenario either.
Yeah, no, that happened after.
Yeah, it was after.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't get in his car because Brendan had his car key. So they had to tow it. I was just checking to see if maybe they found the little girl yet. Nope.
And where was she going? Just
She was going to this park, and it's called the Countryside Park, and it's about 10 acres. So I know that there were police there earlier, but they haven't found her. It's about 10 acres, yeah. Just gone.
I'm waiting for.
Maybe
somebody to
you
get
can
the
talk
answer.
about her if they don't find her by the time your show comes on tonight. She's in Colorado.
Yeah, send me. Oh, there it is. You did. Okay.
I sent it, yeah.
Or I'll put it on the screen. Might as well, right? Missing person Lily Inglesby. Last seen wearing a red button-up fleece, blue jean, glasses, an orange backpack. A 10,700 block. Huh. I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to school or what. With the backpack, but
Nope, she was just going to the park.
with the backpack.
I mean,
I guess you.
I have a
might.
backpack that I use as a purse.
I guess. It's 11.
Crazy. Just 3:30 yesterday. She was supposed to check in. She didn't by 5:30, and her mother immediately called the police, and they were on it fast. And they found nothing last night, and they're back out there again today, and they still haven't found anything.
Yeah. So did anybody call over there to get the answer?
Did you call Emmons Hall? We
Come
need to
on,
know.
guys. Be proactive. Help out.
We got an Amber Alert a little while ago. Good, ducking felonies. I'm glad they put an alert out on her.
Yeah.
A card to the room.
Hey, maybe right now I can do my clarification thing when we're waiting on the summer break.
While we're waiting for people to actually call.
Yeah. No, listen to me. On the last show, I mentioned, and I've mentioned this on my show, and I've mentioned it 47,000 times, that in the Summer Wells case, Don Wells, I've said it a million times, that if, he sexually assaulted his 5-year-old stepsister. Okay, and that's horrible. It's the same. No sexual assault is good. I don't know why I need to even clarify this stuff. What I've said is that his the fact that he hadn't ever sexually assaulted a family member makes it less likely that he would assault Summer. But yet people go, they're both 5, Gray. They're both 5. And I'm like, wait, what does that have to do with anything that I'm saying at all? Okay, so that's the problem, everybody. I'm just saying that sometimes incest is a boundary that some people don't do, and that makes it, now that we know that he admits to, he did admit to sexually assaulting a 5-year-old, even though he doesn't believe it is, when he was 12, and then it continued on. That's horrible. I'm not saying it's okay to do that to a stepsister. See, that's what's so bizarre. And I go back and listen to it again, and I couldn't believe how many people kept saying, Gray, and they get all worked up that I'm saying that it's okay because they were stepsisters, and that just never happened.
No, it's not okay. Gray wouldn't believe that that's okay ever.
And
it's different. It's not the same as incest.
Yeah.
Incest is different. You're blood related. It's different.
Yeah.
It's both bad.
Yeah.
All of it is very bad.
Both bad, and it's different. And it doesn't make it's just as bad to sexually assault anybody. Okay? What I'm saying is it made it less likely that he would do that this summer. Had he sexually assaulted one of his biological sisters over the years when they were like 5 and he was older, then I would think
we got answers. We have answers.
Okay, what is it?
Website says there is a resident hall service desk to grab a temporary key or an access card. Then Plato called, it looks like, and it says traditional key for the door room, card for building entry,
Okay.
$75 if you lose your dorm room key.
Right. So I don't think that there was a dorm room key on that, or it could have been, because most people put that on the key. But he would need the card to get into the building to use the key.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what would be the point of giving him that for that reason?
Yeah.
And thanks, Plato. See,
you guys are awesome.
Plato.
So now we know.
I'm thinking of having how did you word that one, Plato? My son's thinking of going to school there, and we were just wondering how convenient it is to get into the room.
Hi, we're calling because we're crazy on YouTube and
Yeah.
we need to know this information.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, at least we have that answer now.
Yeah. So it could have been the key, and they just didn't think through, oh shit, you need a card to get in.
That's why I'm wondering if they were drinking. Were they drinking? I don't know. Maybe.
And his phone, God, what a nightmare that phone died right then.
I know.
He couldn't call anybody to say, hey, where the heck am I? But it does seem like it'd be very hard to be unsafe, other than you got so many buildings around here. You could walk anywhere, knock on a door and say, hey, I'm lost, help me out, I'm really cold, blah, 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 right? But then you've got the element of it's a Civil War weekend. There's a lot of angry people that are on the other side of any particular team that are in town, walking around, partying. And then you've also got the river. So there's two different things going on. So
I'm thinking right now too, there was another case like this, Gray. Wasn't exactly like this, but it was very similar. The guy who disappeared in Columbus. Remember that? He was with his wife and they woke him up in the Uber and he got really mad. Do you remember that case?
Oh, and he just kind of wandered around, still active, right? Like you see there's a good map of where he was and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've still never found him, Tyler Davis in Ohio.
Okay.
They've still never found him.
I think I have that on there.
You do. I know you,
Yeah,
or
it's
you
right,
came on mine, or
it's right there. See?
crazy. That one makes me
See, all these
crazy
different spots.
because his
Yeah.
buddy was following him. And then he said, "Oh, he said he'd be back shortly." Then he calls his wife a couple of times, and oh my god! And then she leaves and goes to look for him. Allegedly, they've searched every bit of water, every bit of everything. It's like an alien abduction. This one, he's literally vanished, and they searched constant, and he never came back. And that was when I did my video in 2 years ago. Gone.
Yeah.
I hate those kind of cases.
Yeah.
I want to know where they are right now. Figure it out, Gray. Where are they? Brian Schaefer. Yep.
Somewhere in this area.
Thanks. That helps me. Somewhere there. There they are. But look at all your pins in that area. Are you kidding?
Oh no, this is nothing. Like it would freak people out if I turned them all on. I'll do it just for fun.
Yeah, just
There we
turn
go.
them on.
Or
I want
watch
to see
this.
all
Watch
your.
this. Watch this. Okay, they're all off. Now watch when I click this thing. It's going to take a
Okay.
while because I've already clicked it. Oh, here we go. All right, hold on. Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
Oh my lord, they're still populating.
Yeah, I can't even move around on it. But I do know where to move. Right there. Can you see it?
I want to move there too,
Right
where there's no
here.
crime or missing people.
Everybody move to whatever hell town this is. And Hanston somewhere.
I'm moving there. What the hell town is that, sir?
Looks like it's in
Is that like Montana?
Kansas.
What is that?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Look at the Bible Belt.
Aren't there friggin' tornadoes there though?
Look at that. That's where you want to live, in the Bible Belt, apparently. Not over here.
I will live there. I like the Bible. I'm all about it, my friend.
Yeah, look at this though. I mean, this is just, I can't even have them all open because it's so slow, you know. And those are all
That is
elements.
insane.
They're all elements related to a case. So not every one of those pins is a person, but like, you know, these are all since the beginning. I've
That's
been doing YouTube.
terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Wow.
absolutely bizarre.
Yeah. Lots and lots of stuff going on there. So now I'm going to turn it off again because it slows it down dramatically.
Yeah.
And then I have to go up and turn some back on. I'll just turn this one on, I guess. Ooh,
Oh.
wow, I guess it went back on. Jeez.
I agree, Sugar Magnolia. She said, there's just too much of this that doesn't ring true. Someone had to have spotted him at such a big game. Irresponsible not to have the cameras on that weekend. I mean, I think it's ridiculous that you're going to have something of that scale on your campus and not have tons of security, cameras that actually work. You know, something's always going to happen on a weekend like that. You should be prepared for such a thing. And they weren't. Now this kid is lost.
Right there. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, what is that bug?
I don't know what it does look like.
Please. I don't even know how this thing got in my office, Gray, but it's, if it comes over here, I swear to God.
No, it's the Bible Belt.
It's like this big.
Wow. What does it look? Describe it to people.
It's moving too fast. It's fat and it's black.
Oh man.
And it keeps hitting the ceiling. It's going.
Is it like
what is that?
one of those cicadas or something?
I won't be upset if it's one of them because I don't think they can kill you. So.
Yeah.
No, it isn't a roach, damn it. It's really fat. Don't say roach. It's not a roach.
I covered William Tyrell yesterday.
Last night. Yeah. I was
Then
just
I
gonna say
put the
that.
video on members only because there was another person that just just went nuts in the chat, and then I get in this argument, and then it's just like, screw it, you know. I need to just see. The thing is you read the whole chat the whole time. If I read the chat, I mean, the thing is when I finally look at it and you see somebody just going ballistic on nothing, You know, like everybody was confused at what's going on. That's when the issues happen.
What were they upset about? Do you know?
Let's see. Yeah, well, we were covering Tyrell's case from the very beginning. And then this person came in and go, hey, listen, here's an update. Well, I already knew what the update is. And I don't allow that there. I want to go through the story from the beginning. And so I just told that person, I go, hey, we don't want any updates in here. Anything going on. We're just going to go through it from the beginning because it's sort of like giving the punchline.
Because it is a whole story that you need to tell with this case.
Yeah, so if you go right to the end, it's like telling somebody what happened in a movie before you get to
Yeah. Why not just read the update and end your friggin' show? What's the point?
Yeah. So then I said, I don't want that. And then they kept doing it. So I timed them out. And this other person went, did you really time them out for giving us the updates? And I go, yeah, I did. And they said, wow. And then I said, listen, you guys all know
your
what
channel.
I know. You know what the rule is in here. And then she said something. And then a few minutes later, out of nowhere, I mean, she sent me then she sent a $5 super chat. She goes, I'm not going anywhere. I've been here for 5 years. It's awesome. And then about 2 minutes later, she made this comment. I wish I'd never sent you $5. This place is and she just went nuts, right? And I didn't know what in the hell. Nobody in the chat understood what the hell she was doing. It was absolutely bizarre, bazonko. Nobody was even talking to her anymore. I'd moved on and kept telling the story.
I don't even understand.
So that's what I know.
sometimes.
That's what I'm saying is I don't understand like the behavior of a lot of people on social media, and I just, things annoy me quick when it's like that. I'm just like, oh, So we spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell's going on there, and then I just felt like, he just ruined the whole show. So screw it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, see, I usually just rely on my mods to take care of stuff like that.
I think I need to do that.
I won't let it get to me because then my whole personality is about to just snap.
I've seen
I'm
you
like
get,
a crazy psycho.
I've seen you get to that point, but then you're able to get over
Pull it back.
Yeah, I'm just, man, it drives me nuts. What was the? Oh yeah, so that case is so similar to Summer Wells, except in this case it's a foster family with, you got a foster mother. Okay, so there's a foster grandmother that lived in this town, so they drove over to visit with the foster mom and this little boy and another foster sister, William Tyrell and a sister. They go over there, and they're playing in the yard. I mean, look how similar this is. They're playing in the front yard with the grandmother and the mother. Okay, I mean, ding, ding, ding. It already sounds the same. Then the mother goes inside the house, which that's kind of similar there, except in this case, it goes inside the house, and when the mother comes back outside again, William Tyrell's missing. So immediately I go, well, the grandmother then has to have something to do with it or something. She knows something. And he went missing, has been missing for 6 years, and then they ruled out the parents and everything. There was sex rings and all, pedophiles and all these different things. Now they're back at the grandparents' house, and it's likely one of them the whole time. So that's where, like you go to the Summer Wells, is it going to end up coming back to one of them again? Who knows? But
I mean, when you can't figure out, where's the baby though? Where's William?
well, they found some really interesting items yesterday with like there was even a point where they found something and somebody patted the investigator on the back like, hey, they were sifting through the ground over there.
See, it's odd because I was reading some articles and the way that the head guy was criticizing the detective who was in charge of it, and he was kind of like, that's weird because nobody's criticized the investigation before, and ultimately you're the one who was responsible because you were above me. But now you're upset about it. So I'm like, is there some kind of politics going on here? What is happening?
Yeah.
What did they do that was wrong the first time, and now they've magically figured it out? I don't know.
Yeah, it makes you just think that they didn't do their investigation at the beginning sucked. So here's I'll just show you the house here. It's right here. I was able to find it off of photos and then given the address. So this is where they must have been playing. Well, I don't know. They in the early articles it said they were playing out front. This is out front, right?
Yeah.
But then later they said they were playing on a balcony, and they think that the kid William fell off of the balcony, and they covered
Is that
it.
why they were searching her little planting thing on the
Right,
balcony?
it's right here, right below the balcony, right down here. That's really
Oh,
high. Like if the kid fell off, he could easily get injured, killed
yeah.
even. And then maybe they covered it up to avoid, because they're foster parents. The whole CPS thing. See, this is that same. My theory scenario is like this story, how it's playing out right now in the Wells
Wow.
case is very similar to what I think happened. But because you should have read what they wrote back then. They were so convincing. Thank you for everybody for coming out. It's been you guys have been incredible. We didn't know how close our community was until, now they're back there 6 years later, right? So it kind of makes you wonder, is there something like that?
Well, we'll be sitting here in 6 years, Gray, talking. Hey, remember that summer Wells case?
Yeah, yeah,
I remember. It was quite a time.
yeah.
Quite a time.
Pretty crazy. But
It is crazy. Brian Enton's there. Did you know that? Brian Enton
I
of the Gabby and
yeah, I tweeted
Yeah.
him and I said, I wonder if you're going there because it's a really popular case, because there's a whole bunch of other cases out there. I did tweet him that. I literally tweeted, I said, are you going there because it's a really popular case? Because there's a whole bunch of other cases out there that could use the attention that a platform like yours could provide. And I think the Summer Wells case is completely covered by people. I never got a response from him. And then
yeah,
there's
he
people.
probably hates you now. You're probably blocked.
Well, I did. I tried to
Allegedly.
contact him a while ago, even way at the beginning, about something else, but he never responded. It was about all the people with the blowhorns.
Well, there's
Yeah.
another case that I want to show you that Lorden covered,
Hmm.
and he's literally the only person. There's not even a news article. It's not even a news article on this guy.
So was it just the family of the person that told him?
It was the guy who was killed, shot twice. He had two little daughters. His name is I don't know. I was watching it yesterday and I just felt like, wow, there's no eyes on this at all. Does anybody care that this poor guy? Lucas Pyle. I'll send you the link to John's maybe.
Yeah.
But it was really quite sad. Nothing. I mean, he was murdered cold blood, and there's literally not even an article.
Well, that's what's so amazing. You go to some of these websites that are out there that have a list of cold cases, and I use those to look at ones that nobody's ever talked about, or nobody. And I go through them, and I'll find some, and I'll look them up in the paper, and there's nothing. There might be one blurb like, "Hey, John Smith was murdered on the 1800 block of blah 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 blah," and then there's not a damn thing ever mentioned again.
Yeah, this happened, I guess, in Detroit, and his cousin and his ex-wife are like, they are all over. The police there, everybody, but nobody cares. Not a person. The group has like 260 people in it. And he said, Matthew said, it's been a few days. I've reached out to some crime-related podcasts to try to shed some more light on Lucas's story, and I'm just waiting for them to write back. At this point, the police and media outlets still have never reached back. I feel as though they will not. They know their police work was shoddy and news coverage has been terrible from the beginning. I've searched for it. I'm like, oh, is there anything on this poor guy? No. He's a dad of two, and he was murdered.
What year was that?
Nobody cares.
What year?
October 2020. He was shot dead in the street in broad daylight in front of witnesses, October 2020. The Detroit PD had his killer in custody due to COVID-19 overcrowding. They released him, and surprise, he's now gone. Since then, the Detroit Police Department have done nothing.
Why would
to
you
track him.
release somebody like that? See, that's what's so disgusting, everybody. All the idiots that thought that defunding police and all that stuff was a good idea, you're dumb. Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
can tell you.
They released this man's killer. He was shot in broad daylight.
Yeah, no, it's just
Like what?
wow.
And then they release him, and then they can't find him now, the murderer. And
Well, we don't want to
Nobody
get in
seems to
trouble
care.
if they get sick from COVID. So we
Yeah.
got to let them go back out on the street and maybe kill some other people. But we just don't want to get sued if they get COVID.
yeah,
How about this?
Sad.
When there's a pandemic, you
Sad.
can't get sued if you're in prison and you catch something. All right, make it a law.
you'd hope, right?
Hey, I just don't get that kind of stuff. It's just
It was too overcrowded, you know.
wow. So they actually had him arrested, and now in Detroit you
Now
can
he's-
just disappear. That place is like
Oh yeah,
you know. I don't know.
yeah, right, Bex. They should have put an ankle monitor on him or something. I don't know, something. Can we try to track murderers? That'd be good, maybe. But
Yeah. Well, you know what? I heard they gave him a Bible, and therefore that makes it so he wouldn't do anything. You know how they all convert to
you can have a Bible
when
sure.
they're murdered, when they're murderers, they in prison they go, you know, I've really found God in here. So I always think, why do we even waste time with having prisons at all? Just let them read the Bible, and immediately after that, they're not going to ever kill again. Like pedophiles will never do any of that. The serial killers will never do a damn thing. They'll just be great people at that moment.
Yeah.
And they always use that. You notice that?
Yes.
Like Ed Kemper. You know, I mean here, or what was it, Dahmer? Hey,
You know, listen, if you're eating people
Yeah.
and having sex with their skulls and stuff, you
Yeah.
might be a crazy person.
Yeah, like Dahmer said, he's in there. I remember this. You got to go watch. Everybody's got to go watch the Stone Phillips interview with Dahmer in prison. It
Yeah.
is crazy. But anyways, he's in there. You know, he says, "Yeah, I found God and everything." You know, and I think God's looking at him, going, "Wow, you cut people up and you ate people. I don't think there's a place for you here. I don't."
No, you
Yeah,
can't come in, sir.
Yeah, there's some people
Hello,
that just don't.
sir. It's me, Jeffrey. No, not today. No.
Yeah.
We're all full. We've given out our passes for today, Jeff.
You shall not come in.
There you go. See, you're,
Today you cannot come in.
yeah, you're Jeffrey trying to get in, and that was God. Oh, boy.
I tell you. All
Well,
right.
anyways,
well,
that's it, everybody.
That's
Hopefully,
it. That's it. That's it.
yeah. One of these days we should do the show of the Boston thing. I think was that
We
did
really
it-
should.
Did we do it live? I mean, it's not going to be for anything but entertainment because we,
Yeah.
you know,
Just chit-chatting about it.
yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Maybe for
Yeah.
members only. There you go.
Yeah. That's better than a call-in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sort of, you know, it was weird because I do call-ins on my
I know.
show, but man, that experience on here last time was less. It sounded like this in my head. Listen. Okay, it was literally like. Wow.
It was rough, huh?
Wow. Yeah, I think it would have been better if you were there to sort of, you know, handle some
Yeah.
of the stuff, you know.
Yeah, because I've got a lot of info in my brain on me, but it wouldn't have been better
well, I think
because
you might
somebody
have
would have called in with something
right.
not really sane.
Well, yeah, like that, like what happened. But the thing is you would handle it probably a little nicer, maybe. I don't know if you would.
No, I would not, Ray.
People believe that though. Gosh,
People
I hate
think
Greg.
that I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would not.
Right.
No. Mm-mm.
They hate Gray, but you are awesome, man. She's never mean to anybody. Never speaks. You know what it is? I'm so mean that you look freaking amazing, right? Like, wow. God, no wonder. I think that's what the deal is.
That's exactly what it is.
God, you know, listen, I don't even like Gray, but he makes me look so
He's so
nice.
mean. She's like so sweet. In my head, I'm thinking, let these phone calls keep coming in. You're about to find out.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it. I have such an attitude when it's crazy stuff. I'm just like, I even watched myself in the first part. Oh, my face is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. I'm like, no, see, look how bad this is. I can't. No, I don't even know who Bella was, Kaz.
Yeah.
We went back and listened.
There
was no
Bella
Bella.
is thinking of a different show because she said, "You sent me a link. I came on and poured my heart out." Well, here's the thing, everybody. Do you guys remember that show? We didn't send a link out. We put phone numbers on the screen for people to call in. So she's thinking of somebody else. She got really confused. This is the kind of stuff that we have to deal with every single day. Just
Yeah, it felt awful. I'm like, I humiliated you?
We spent how much time a day, not every day, but do you feel like in a month you spend trying to work out something that somebody thought that never happened, and you go back and watch, it's
several hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Several hours.
Like I just did a Delphi case on Sunday night, and I said February 13th, 2017 is when it happened. I went through it and I said yes, and people went out there in March for me that same year to film some things, and they sent me the video. Then later, the lady types in the chat and says, I can't believe you said it happened in March, and you cover this case. That is, and just went off. And then I went back and watched, and she was totally wrong. I watched it. It was February 13th. I said it right there. And then it was just referencing March is when people went out there to film for me. And so that's the kind of stuff you have to spend time going back to make sure that you didn't screw up somewhere.
I think that's a big thing with both of us. Details really matter, and being accurate also matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to some people watching us, they may be like, oh, why did you make such a big deal out of that? Because details matter on here.
Right. And I don't want to
We're dealing with people's death or missing children. Details are important. So yes, we're gonna stop what we're doing and correct it. And people find that annoying sometimes. I get it, but absolutely not. You ain't finna be crazy when it comes to one of these cases. Yeah. We're gonna tell you.
Because if I said March, I would want to go back and correct it. Right?
Right.
That's the thing. It's because wow, how the hell would I say March? I know, the only mistake I almost do in my head is say February 17th because it's 2017, but I never say it. It just pops into my head. February 13th. So I was like, wow, I really? And I went back and didn't say it at all. So if you're going to be, cut people down and diss on them, make sure you understand what the hell you're talking about before you do so. Well, they're five, the whole 5 thing. Again, I don't want to go back to that again, but
no, please.
It just drove me insane. Okay.
There's a lot
for days and days and days and days. I get negative comments.
Yeah. Gray's mean. He approves of this. I mean, they say the same about me, so I'm just like, I'm tired of explaining this. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Correct details are the most important part. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, I think when you use facts in a case only, and then you speculate on the facts, like we were doing with the key a minute ago, like, wow, that's kind of weird, and we're working through that. You can get to a closer answer to what really happened, right? If you start, that's why sometimes I avoid a little bit of the extra detail stuff that you really like to get into, because some of that stuff is on the verge of, it's somebody said it, but is it real? And then now we're going to be going down another hole over here. I just like to kind of most of the time stick with a more narrow focus of the facts, even though
I involve myself in the most minute of details because I see how this works on YouTube, right? So you'll hear people and you'll see them in chats just repeating the inaccuracy that they heard, and they'll say it over and over again. So if I know in the back of my mind, she posted a cover photo at 5:09. It wasn't 5:19. It wasn't 4:43. It was 5:09. So just stop making stuff up.
I thought it was 6:09.
You stop it right now.
I did.
See? So I don't know. It makes me insane.
Yeah, and sometimes there are little factoids that are important. Those are the ones that I'll keep a hold of because they're an element.
And there are a lot that aren't important that I'll still be like, nope, that didn't happen. But I need to start correcting myself on that because I'm making myself crazy now. You know? Because somebody will say something and it'll stick in my brain and I'll come up here and research for an hour. Like, nope, that wasn't said. Let me go find out. Like, why am I trying to prove this wrong? It doesn't even matter because people are just going to listen to what they want to listen to. So it doesn't even
Yeah.
make a
Yeah. The thing is,
what am I doing?
You can
I'm
correct,
torturing myself.
you can correct people over and over and over, but they're not going to believe anything if it doesn't fit what they've already believed. They're just going to, no. I mean,
It's a time
amazing.
zone thing. Steve's like, wait, I thought it was 6:09. So it's time zone. There's two photos. One says 6:09, one says 5:09. It depends on who's. So if you're on Facebook and we're in a different time zone, you might have posted something at 6:09, but on my clock it's 5:09 and I'm seeing it. So
Okay,
it's not
what was
6:09,
the
it's
local
5:09.
local time for them was what time? 6:09, right?
I at this point, who knows?
Because I thought it
Now
was,
here's what I understand though, from a local there. You can try and post a picture on Facebook from that house or that property. It might upload in 2 days. You don't know. It could take 4 hours. You don't know. Because of the Wi-Fi issues that they have, it just kind of sits there. I can also tell you this. I recorded a video on, we're having Wi-Fi issues right now. I recorded a video this morning and it was a minute long. When I was watching it upload, it said 1 hour and 20 minutes it was going to take to upload. It was a minute long. I'm like, what? Is my Wi-Fi broken? What is wrong? So I'm shutting it off. I'm turning it on. I'm walking upstairs. I'm like this, like, hello. And then it uploaded on its own, but it took forever.
Yeah, I would think it'd be really hard for a JPEG that are tiny to take hours, unless you had zero connection. You know, that would be the photo cover. So I don't know. I mean, I know people. I've seen what you're talking about, but I would have a hard time believing that it took hours for a photo to upload on Facebook. One photo.
Well, it was an old picture, so I think it was she was just changing it.
Yeah. So
it was just I think she was just changing her cover photo. But I don't know what time she really posted it. Was it 5:09 her time or 6:09 her time?
Yeah, and see that 6:09 changing of the photo has been one of the things that's like she wasn't even aware Summer was missing at that point. I would think. Right. You know, because why are you changing photos? You know, you're not even thinking about that. Man, but
it was a picture of her son. So who cares?
Yeah, and also you're panicking, so you're going to you know, at that point if you were already knew she was missing, you're panicking. And we've all been there. You're not thinking, "Oh, wait, you know, this is a good time to change my photo." Yeah. Right? So, I don't know, that makes it seem weird that it's like after that. And then, who knows, shit. It's just
in Detroit, his name is Lucas Pyle. Emily. Lucas Pyle. Pyle. Lucas Pyle.
Hey, we got a new member today. I didn't even see that one. But.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
All right. Anyways, you guys. I don't have much more to... You got anything else? Hopefully they can...
I don't. I need to go get some coffee. That's what I need to go do. I need to go to the store and get some coffee.
Yeah.
I haven't had enough today.
But hopefully you can get some more information on Brendan's case. It seems weird that he's been missing for that long.
Yeah.
It does. That's a long time in such a dense little area, you know, for him to just be missing. Like there's so many people, small area really. I don't know.
I'm glad they're searching the river.
Yeah.
So maybe the family will have some type of closure.
Yeah.
Soon.
That's right. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for showing up here tonight, and or today, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
It's daytime still.
Yeah, okay. That's right. It is daytime. I always say tonight because that's when my show. I forgot where I was. But all right, you guys. We'll see you guys next time. I don't know what we'll be doing next time, but we'll do that. We'll play the live Missing Man of Boston. Missing Man.
Yeah,
of
that'll
Boston.
be fun.
It'll be cool.
That one will be fun.
All right. See you guys later. Have a good one. Maybe just stay on here for a minute. But be
sure. Thank you, Sarah.
Hey, thanks, Sarah. Be safe out there, everybody. And what do you always say?
I love you so much.
That's right. See, I tried to say that, and people said, no, that's not what you said.
What does this say? Try Jesus, not me, because I throw hands.
There you go. There you go. Bye bye. Yes, that's really her coughing, everybody. It's not part of the video.
I didn't mute. Sheesh.
Be
Oh my
safe.